As the stalemate stretches into a fifth day, congressional leaders are doubling down on blaming the other party for what could be a lengthy government shutdown, while Democrats hold out for the extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies affecting 24 million Americans. The White House and Republicans claim Democrats caused the shutdown to extend health care benefits to undocumented immigrants, which is false. Here's what the two House leaders said today.
Republicans are lying because they're losing in the court of public opinion as it relates to what's going on right now. We are standing up for the health care of hardworking American taxpayers. Now, federal law clearly prohibits the expenditure of taxpayer dollars to provide health care to undocumented immigrants, period, full stop. And no Democrat on Capitol Hill is trying to change that law.
We got illegal aliens and able-bodied young men without dependents off of Medicaid. They were never planned to be there in the first place. And what the Democrats are demanding right now to keep the government open is we put them all back on there.
Joining me now is California Congresswoman Sara Jacobs. She serves on the Foreign Affairs and Armed Services Committees. It's good to see you again. So let's get into this, because Americans who get ACA healthcare subsidies will see their monthly premiums double in January if they're not extended. Open enrollment just 4 weeks away, and notifications about price increases are just now going out. How is this going to play out?
You know, it's a good question, Alex. Look, Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. If they want Democratic votes, they know what we're asking for. And instead of actually having a negotiation with us and working with us to protect Americans' health care, Speaker Johnson has literally canceled votes once again and refuses to even come to the table. And so, I think it's very clear. Americans deserve health care. I believe health care is a human right. Just in my district, a couple that is 60 years old, that makes about $82,000 a year, their premium will go up by $15,000 if these premium tax credits aren't extended. $15,000. That means that yes, that is, my constituents do not have $15,000 laying around. And that means they're going to forego medical treatment, maybe forego insurance. And that makes all of us worse off.
So the shutdown is seen as Democrats responding to demands that the party do something to fight back against President Trump's power grabs. But there is deep distrust among the party's base over its leadership. Will health care win the shutdown messaging battle and give Democrats an edge in next year's midterms? Do you think voters will be convinced this fight is worth the pain caused by this shutdown?
I've been here in my district talking to folks, and everyone understands that, one, Republicans are in control right now. And so this is their shutdown. They chose to shut down the government instead of negotiating with us. And two, that, their healthcare costs are already too high. They are not going to be able to afford healthcare if these premium tax credits don't go through, and that we are fighting to protect their healthcare. So I feel confident that this is the right fight, that we are fighting for something important and worthy and just, and that, Republicans at the end of the day will come to the table and recognize that they need to help protect Americans' healthcare too.
So President Trump vowed to inflict maximum pain on Democratic-run states, and his director at the Office of Management and Budget, Russell Vought, is planning mass firings of federal workers. And the administration froze more than $27 billion in approved funding to cities like New York City and Chicago, and for clean energy projects in California, your state, and others. What are your concerns about how this shutdown is going to impact your state and its constituents?
Look, I represent the biggest military community in the country. And even without a government shutdown, we have about 44,000 members of military families who visit the food bank every single month just in San Diego. And so I know that these families cannot afford to forego a paycheck. And that's why we're fighting so hard to get the Republicans to come to the table in order to get to a negotiation so we can protect people's health care and reopen the government. But let's be clear. Donald Trump and Russ Vought have been shutting down the government for the past 9 months. They don't need the shutdown to do these things. They've been doing it. It was illegal then. It is illegal now. And just the idea that they're trying to cause maximum pain, to me, shows that they don't actually care about constituents. They don't care about the American people. The only thing they care about is holding on to power.
California Congresswoman Sara Jacobs, thank you so much. We'll see you again.